Now the fact that God's promise to give a land to Israel does indeed reflects the end of times, where the entire mankind will retrieve the earth that was stolen from it, can be seen all over the place in the Torah. Now the first thing we see about this is that God does indeed promise a land to Abraham and to his offspring, but never gives it to him. Same thing for Yitzhak, same thing for Yaakov, same thing for Moses, same thing for Israel, because even though Israel was given the land of Canaan, he never fully conquered it. He never fully was the master of this land. He struggled a lot for it, and at one point, at the time of David and Solomon, there was some kind of control, but even though there still was war with Pharaoh and everything. So actually we see that God's promise never went through. That means that God's promise actually talks about the future times. That means that if God tells Abraham, I will give you land, that means he will give him a land, and he will give to his offspring a land, but this refers to the end of times. Now there is one thing that confirms very strongly that fact, is that very first anagram that we talked about in the beginning of the Torah, when we see that Beyosher bara el et hayam et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. That means that in a plateau, God, called El then, created the sea, the skies and the earth. But if Yosher is a plateau, and if God is El, so the plateau of the Lord, the plateau of God in Hebrew, is called Yosher El, referring to Israel, which means that the land, the entire earth, is being referred as being Israel at the end of times. And it is actually known in Judaism that at the end of times people will grow up, people will understand, and the entire nations will become Israel, while Israel will become a nation of priests. There will become priests, then there will be Levites, and the entire world will become Israel, and then we'll be all unified, around God. This is, Jewish beliefs, of Jewish understanding of what's going to happen at the end. So somehow you see that Yosher El is the plateau of God, or the land of God, which was created right in the beginning. So this confirms that in fact the land that will be retrieved for the entire mankind, not just for the people of Israel, but for the entire mankind, will be a wide land, a fat land, a good land for everybody to live in peace, by recognizing that God is actually the mastermind of this whole creation, and this is what should happen at the end of times. So this is being confirmed by this.